Okay, you tuned into the OG Speaks, and the OG Speaks is a new YouTube channel that's being brought to you by myself, and my name is Hakeem Anderson, and I am an OG, and the we used to call the OGs old heads when I was coming up, and the old heads were those brothers and sisters in the neighborhood that we looked up to, and they were mentors, and they taught us a lot of things, and we followed them, and we wanted to be like them, and they were very instrumental. They were the ones that knew more than we did, so they introduced us to things that we didn't know anything about. And I realized that at a very young age. I think I must have been about 13 when I came to that realization. And that realization caused me to really choose to spend all of my time, or the majority of my time, outside of playing games with my peer group. It caused me to decide that I wanted to hang out with the old heads. I wanted to hang out with guys that were 3 and 4 years, 4 years in particular, over me. And since I was hanging out with those guys that were 4 years older than me, I was learning things that the guys my age and under me did not become privy to at all. So I think that we need some more of that type of thing taking place today. I realize my role today. I'm not asking people to go back into yesteryear and duplicate the things that we did. I would like to see them take advantage of the things that we did, and then enhance themselves, increase their knowledge base, and give us a new take on things that we need to understand today and realize. That way it's a give and take. So the OGs, the old heads, we can become advisors. We can become supporters of the things that you're doing. We can tell you mistakes that we made. We can talk about some of the things that are available to you today as a result of the things that we did, the sacrifices that we made. Those brothers and sisters who are residing in jail for years for things that they did not even do. People that were killed because they participated on the front line of the movement, fighting for rights, the rights of our people, for freedom, justice, and equality, to be able to choose our own destiny. And we are still having a fight like that. But I think that my generation has failed to come out and tell you how we got to where we are. We made a lot of sacrifices and lost a lot of lives, and we made it possible for all of you who came after us in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, going into the 21st century now, to be able to excel and participate in the American system the way that you have. We are responsible for all of that. We're responsible for Barack Obama becoming the first African American, or should I say American of African descent, to go into the White House, which gave us a black family in the White House. Now, the fact that I use the terminology black family in the White House should tell you something right there. If a black family is running the White House, and the White House is a name that comes from the plantation big house, then if I am in the big house running things, who am I running it for? The same people that ran the big house for our the slave masters from the plantation. So you have to realize that take these things that have happened to us and look at them for what they really are, and let's stop living vicariously through individual progress, and then realize that there's a collective progress that should be taking place, and we should be doing things that's going to give us freedom, justice, and equality, a financial base, have us moving as a unified group towards determining our own self-determination. Now, there's so much that I want to say. I can't say it all in one video, but I intend to make videos, several videos a week. Hopefully you will subscribe to my channel as we talk about conversations that should be taking place between the OGs, the elders, and young folks that are out there today. Black Lives Matter. They need to know the mistakes that we made so that they don't make those mistakes. Some mistakes, I understand, might be being made now, but we're going to make some mistakes. Anybody that hasn't made a mistake hasn't tried to do anything. So we don't want to look down, criticize people for what they have not done. We want to give them credit for what they have done and then enhance their knowledge base by sharing with them some of the things that we feel they need to know. Now, my granddaughter, who will be turning 20 years old in a day or so, she spent about 4 hours with me, maybe 5, giving me a tutorial on how I should design or develop this YouTube channel. And she introduced me to some things, some techniques that I'm going to try and use many of them so that I can present as best a YouTube channel as possible for the benefit of myself and for the benefit of my people. By definition, I would call myself an international revolutionary Pan-Africanist. I have a long history of activism, participating in national organizations. My favorite two organizations that I think contributed to my development more than anything else was the Revolutionary Action Movement, acronym RAM, R-A-M, which was founded by Maxwell Stanford, also known as Dr. Muhammad Ahmed, who taught in the Black History Department of Temple University. But long before he became a PhD and taught at Temple University in the Black Studies Department under Dr. Molefi Asante, he had participated in an underground movement that he created, like I said, the Revolutionary Action Movement, but he also was a member of SNCC back in the early days of SNCC, as so was I. And we have a long history, and we've done a lot of things, and we've seen other people do a lot of things, participated in a lot of organizations, created an awful lot of things that made it possible for our folks to make 6 figures today and continue working for people who don't really care about you at all. You find some that give the impression that they do, and they don't do it when they leave work. And then you have some that might be a little more sincere, but you have to realize that everybody has an agenda that's in their best, that works in their best interest. We have to develop an agenda that works in our best interest. And most of the time, we do not work in our best interest. We actually work against our best interest. We want to put a stop to that. The only way you can put a stop to that is to tell the truth. And the truth is something that most people hide from. They don't want to hear it. Even when they know it's true, they don't want to abide by it. They become so accustomed to functioning within a system that gives them 30 pieces of silver, and eventually they sell their own people out, and they don't even tell the truth or speak up when they need to. So that's the kind of thing I'm going to be doing. Hope that you enjoyed my introduction so far, because I have an awful lot to share with you. So thank you very much. Please subscribe. And I want you to realize, hold on for a second. I should have my book that I can show you. Let me just get it for a minute. I should have had it in my hand, and I'm very apologetic that I didn't. But it's called The Making of the Negro. And on my next video, I'll have that in my hand. It's called The Making of the Negro. And my premise is that we were made on the plantation. And if we don't understand the ramifications of being made and conceived on the plantation, then we'll never understand our problems in their totality. And realistically, we need to know. We need to stop hiding the truth from our children, from our grandchildren. We need to speak the truth at any cost, because that's all that we have left. We are elders now. Some of us are in wheelchairs. Some of us are walkers and walking with canes and whatnot. We're suffering with pain. We have eaten terrible foods, which I call slave food, like many of us do. The food that we made taste good because that's all that we had to eat. It was animal guts, the inside of the pig, eating a pig's bladder, eating a pig's intestines, eating pig's feet, pig ears, pig tails, eating oh my goodness, we ate some terrible food. We loved collard greens, which takes so much time to digest, and we mixed these foods up and combined them with other foods. Eventually, we wind up with all types of arthritis and rheumatism. I don't have that, and many of us elders don't have that. I stopped eating that food when I was about 16 years old. And at 76, I think I'm in good shape. I can walk, I can run, I can jump, I can do a lot of things that people my age can't do. I can do pretty much what people do at 50 today. People 50 years old today are not in the shape that we're in. So we need to let you know how you do that. You have to change your mental and your spiritual diet. And you need to stop looking up into the sky for help. And you need to realize that help comes from within you. We have to learn how to empower ourselves, but you won't empower yourself if you don't realize that you have power. So we're going to talk about all of that kind of stuff. So this is the OG signing up. Please subscribe. Let me know how you feel about what I'm presenting, because I have an awful lot more to present to you. So take care. Imhotep was somebody that we need to know about. So when I say Hotep, or if I say Assalamu Alaikum, or if I say what's happening, or see you later, whatever. We used to have a saying, see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. Anyway, we're back on the scene with the record machine saying, "Ooh, Papa do, and how are you?" Come on with it. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you very much.